Is the red light on?
It's a white light.
You just
It's
said the
always
record
it's
button.
always a white light, and then it gets changed.
Oh,
to
like the light bulb to your brake light?
Yeah.
That threw me off. Like when you see like somebody's brake light is cracked and the little light bulb is like that.
Yeah, it's a white light, and then it goes through filters and it changes like to whatever color we need. But anyway, yes, the light is on.
My shirt is too tight. I feel like if I go like this,
It's
gonna
like,
rip like the whole.
Oh yeah.
Is it tearing? Listen.
I heard it. That was it. You want to say your thing?
Can you give me a second?
Okay.
Is it too tight though? Seriously? Okay, ready? Hey, honey. I forgot again. Hey, honey.
What's up, baby?
What are we doing today?
Today we are going to be talking about, well, let me reframe that. I have a question. So we're going to be talking about family.
Bring it in. Let's bring it in. What are we doing today?
We are going to be talking about family in the
Okay.
sense of, does your family have to be physically or like actively supporting you in order to, if someone were to ask them, do you support your sibling or whoever in your family, do you support that person? Do they have to actively or physically support you in order to be able to say, yes, I've been supportive of
Like
that
publicly?
person? Yeah, like publicly,
Like got
actively, or
receipts
physically.
for the
Like,
things they
do
bought?
they have to actually do something that you can point to and say that, yes, they supported me? Or can they just say it because they support you as a family member, like in spirit? And the reason why I was thinking about this question is because of the whole Britney Spears incident, where she's trying to get off of her conservatorship. She's been on it for a long time because of, issues that she's had in the past. They put her on it, and she's been trying to get off of it recently because she says that her father is overly controlling and he's like dominating her life. So she wants to, at the very least, get him off of it. And to that effect, there's a big movement right now, Free Britney, all of that stuff going on. And for the first time, I guess, Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney Spears' sister, made a statement saying that she supports her sister and she's always supported her sister, and whatever she wants to do, she's for it. But she didn't like outright come out and like join a march to get rid of the conservatorship. She hasn't said anything about it in the past when Britney was fighting it. So she did make a statement, if you could pull that up so we could read that for the people.
I felt like until my sister was able to speak for herself and say what she felt she needed to say publicly, it wasn't my place and it wasn't the right thing to do. But now that she's very clearly spoken and said what she needed to say, I feel like I can follow her lead and say what I need to say. Maybe I didn't support her in the way the public would like me to, with the hashtag on a public platform, but I can assure you that I've supported my sister long before there was a hashtag, and I'll support her long after.
Right. So she said that, which, I mean, to me, I think that's pretty reasonable. My sister didn't say a certain thing, so I didn't feel like I should say a certain thing, but now that she said it, I'm saying it. You don't know the whole story. Boom, boom. But then Britney Spears made a vague, sometime after that, she made a statement, which if you...
Jamie Lynn, you bum bitch.
So I'm just saying, like, is that no? But
There's nothing worse.
than Jamie Lynn Spears.
Jamie Lynn, this is for you. No. There's nothing worse than when the people closest to you who never showed up for you post things in regard to your situation, whatever it may be, and speak righteously for support. How dare the people who love the most say anything at all? Did they even put a hand out to even lift me up at the time? How dare you make it public that now you care? Did you put your hand out when I was drowning? Again, no. I just don't feel like a situation like this that is as serious as this, I don't think you can support in silence. I don't think you can support in spirit. For me, I think that if you're going to support somebody as they go through hardship, it needs to be physical. Maybe not public, because I know everything nowadays is about social media. So
Right.
somebody important is going through something. No, you don't have to write on their Facebook wall every single day, because it's not for other people. It's for that person. And I can get that part where she said she's been supporting her sister long before there was a hashtag. I totally understand that part of it, but you still need to physically support. You cannot support in spirit.
Right. And yeah, I mean,
That was a good cut if we have
yeah,
to.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I feel like kind of like I can see where she's coming from if it's a sense of if it's a sense of like, so right now this whole thing is, like I said, between Britney Spears and her father mainly, and then Jamie Lynn Spears, being her sister, is in there and she's saying, I support my sister, I've always supported my sister, whatever. In that same way, what if she also wants to be true to supporting her father, because that's her family also, you know? So like we don't know the whole story. Like maybe she's torn between her father and her sister and she wants to show them both that support. But then if she gets active in going to court hearings with Britney, or calling up lawyers, or finding different ways they can break the conservatorship, she'd directly be going against her dad, and maybe she doesn't want to do that either.
So don't get involved.
So like I just feel like I get it, where it's like you want to be supportive to, like, if your family is having a feud, like if my mom is arguing with my brother, and I want to be supportive to both of them, like as like, okay, I'm here to make sure that it's not going to get too crazy, but as long as you guys can keep it within reason, you can hash this out yourself. Like, this doesn't really concern me. There's no reason for me to jump in and get like somebody pissed off, or like make someone feel a certain way about how I'm not there for them if it's something that like you two are going through. And then maybe now it's getting to the point where she's seeing that, like, you know, okay, dad might be taking it a step too far, so now I can come out and say I'm on Britney's side because like he needs to pull back. Or maybe they've had those talks in private and she didn't feel like it was, you know, appropriate to go out and put that in the public atmosphere. Like there's different elements to it, but I feel like at the end of the day, like just that part, I think you can be supportive to your family without actually like going to court cases, or like if they start up a store, you don't necessarily have to buy their merchandise. Like what if it's a edible thong business saying like, okay, I don't agree with the products, but I like the fact that you're starting your business, so I'm here to support. I'll buy a couple of your things, I'll put them in the closet, I'll probably never use them, but I'll buy them just so that you got some money coming in to help support you. But then like I'm not gonna print out posters and like put a bumper sticker like thongs you can eat or whatever on the back of my car and drive around town with that, because that's not the kind of message that I'm trying to portray, or like that's not the kind of thing I want to get involved in for myself.
But what happens when the edible thong business takes like starts to really
I was there from the beginning.
That's the problem.
I gave him the idea for the edible thong.
That's the problem. And it's like if Jamie Lynn is saying, I don't want to pick either side. First of all, for those of you who don't know, Britney Spears has been in a conservatorship for the last couple of years. She was deemed unfit to take care of herself, take care of her children a couple of years ago, and her father was put in place to make all major decisions for her, including what she does, where she goes, how she spends her money, who, you know, she decides to be with, have children with, that kind of thing. She cannot make any of those decisions by herself. So, to your point, we don't know if Jamie Lynn Spears has seen things that we have not seen.
Mm-hmm.
What if Jamie Lynn Spears has seen her sister have a complete meltdown and has decided, you know what,
Right.
maybe this conservatorship is
She might have
important.
seen or heard some things that
Absolutely.
she said where it's just like, oh my, like oh my, oh my. No,
Oh dear me.
like wow, I could see why she might not be able to take care of herself. Like
That's
that was
fine.
kind of scary.
That's
what she
fine.
just did.
Or she could absolutely see her father saying, like, I know Britney is fine, but I'm going to keep doing this because I can. Like, we don't know what Jamie Lynn Spears has seen, so I understand her wanting to take a step back. When it comes to family, it's not easy, especially when you have two that are on completely opposite ends, and sometimes you feel like you might have to choose a side, but the best thing is to not get involved. Now, going off of what you were saying, if your mom and your brother were having huge fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your mom wants your brother out. So your mom is telling you, go in his room and pack up his stuff. I'm not going to do that. Because if I do that, it's going to make it seem as though I'm picking sides. So I'm not going to do that. And then your brother's telling you, go tell mom. I said, she ain't nothing. I'm not going to do that either because I don't want to get involved. And if I'm not going to get involved, I'm not going to get involved.
But then when the
now,
smoke clears.
But now when the smoke clears and your brother's living somewhere else and your mom is doing her thing, you can't go on Facebook and be like, because she really was bugging. It's like, why now? That's my whole point. If she doesn't want to get involved, that's her business. I totally get not wanting to get involved in a family argument or a fight or something as big as them taking each other to court. But it's like, now that it's become a hashtag, she's hashtagging. I just feel like it's too convenient. It's such a coincidence that she's like, I've been there the whole time before it was a hashtag. And it's like, Britney says you haven't.
Yeah, I think that's more Britney's point. I mean, we're all assuming that she's talking to Jamie Lynn.
I know.
Assuming she is talking to Jamie Lynn, her whole thing is like, okay, how dare you when you never actively supported me, you never lent out a hand when I was down, but now you're saying this in public.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what gets me too, because like, she could have kept that
to herself,
or at the very least been like, hey Britney, you know, I know I haven't really been there for you, but like, I understand what you're going through. I apologize.
I'm your sister and I love you.
And I'm your sister and I'm here for you and we're gonna beat this thing. And then make a public statement like, yeah, I'm here for my sister, we're gonna beat this thing.
Yeah.
Why the hell is she just now here?
Why?
She turns on TMZ at home.
And you know, she's
dancing, she sits down, takes a break.
Spinning.
She's spinning. She's doing her spins. Alright? She sits down to take a water break. She turns on the TV and it's like, TMZ, Jamie Lynn Spears makes a statement about her sister. And it's like, she did what? Who? I haven't seen Jamie in 6 months.
How come Britney is not saying it's me and Jamie Lynn against the world? Or like, at least I have my sister. Or like, my family has been abusing me this entire time, but at least I have my sister. Like, no, like she hasn't said anything about her sister being her only support. It's always been about she's alone and that her parents are doing this to her, mostly her father. But you see, now that things have kicked off and now that there's docu-series on Hulu and there's all these different things where we can get this kind of information and understand what's happening to Britney Spears. Now that it's a movement, hashtag free Britney, now she's like, oh, I've been there from before the hashtags.
At the same time, too, just to play devil's advocate, like, you never... Like, sometimes people want an unreasonable amount of support, too, just on the basis that you guys are family. So Jamie Lynn might be going there every day and, like, bringing her mail or, you know, running errands for her. Like, let me go to Stop and Shop.
She wants the Instagram post.
But no, not she wants the Instagram post. She wants her to come to court and be like, I don't need this.
And because she's saying like, hey, you know what, I think that's a good idea. She's like, no one's ever loved me.
Yeah.
No one's ever supported.
So like Jamie Lynn might be like, listen, Britney, I know you're better now, but like I still might think it's a good idea. Mm-hmm. But like I'll bring you your mail. I'll go to Stop and Shop for you. Like you want me to watch the kids for a day, and then she's just like, I knew you were here for me. Like,
but is this comment for Britney or is this comment for us? her saying like, I've been doing it since before the hashtag.
That's absolutely.
That's not for Britney.
For the public, yeah. That's for like, oh no, if I don't make a statement, everyone's gonna think that.
But like even the tone of her statement, the tone of her statement could have been in an Instagram caption of the two of them as kids.
Like, I don't need to make a public statement. My sister knows how I feel.
And like not only that, or just like, Britney, I've always loved you and I'll always be here for you, and I'm sorry if for any reason in these last couple of years I've made you doubt that. I love you. That is a public statement. Yes, we're all reading it and chiming in, but it's to Britney, dear Britney.
Yeah,
that's not like, dear Britney. It's like, F all y'all. I love my sister.
I bought her a sock in high school. I was there.
Like she's like defending herself because people are saying you don't support your sister, and she's like, I do support my sister. I do. Look at all the proof. This statement goes on for quite some time.
Yeah, no, it's a long statement.
I read the important parts.
No, I think it was a video. I think she did like an Instagram live or something. No idea. Like I think that's a transcript from a video.
There's more of it though. I'm so proud for her using her voice.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of her for requesting counsel. I'm so proud of her that she's taking the step to try to end her conservatorship.
That's ridiculous.
Like, who is this for? Is it for us or is it for her?
No, that's for us and for herself, not for Britney.
Not that I owe the public anything, because my sister knows I love and support her. That's the only person I owe anything to. I'm not my family. I am my own person. I'm speaking for myself. I'm so proud of her for using her voice. I'm so proud of her for requesting new counsel, like I told her to do many years ago. Oh, not on a big public platform, but just in a personal conversation between two sisters. So I'm very proud that she's taken that step.
So, all right. So then I have a question for you, just like on the case of like our question that we asked, the family thing. Does your family have to be there from the beginning, physically, like supporting you in order to be like, I support this person? Like, what are the rules? Like, what would you say people have to do in order to say that?
I don't feel as though anyone is obligated to do anything. I don't think you're obligated to support family just because they're your family. I think for us doing this channel, we've had a lot of support from people who are our family and people who are not our family, people who are our friends that have become our family. So I don't feel as though just because you're blood related to somebody, you have to support them. But if you are going to show support, I think the rule is just to be consistent. So if you are going to support somebody when they have a lemonade stand on the corner of their block, if you want to support them and come and help them build it and buy some lemonade when they have a lemonade empire chain, you can at least be like, man, I remember when you were just in front of your house with a little lemonade stand. Like, just be consistent, but you don't get to be like, lemonade stand, that's stupid. I could go to the store and buy lemonade, and then when they do get the lemonade chain, be like, yo, we built this together. Can I get a job or can I get a handout?
But are you allowed to change your mind along the way? Like,
you can.
Hey, this lemonade stand is stupid. Like, not directly to them, but you're like, I'm not gonna help them with this. That's a stupid idea. But then when it really takes, like, he starts mixing flavors and he's got investors and there's a building now, not just a stand. And it's like, oh man, like this might actually be something. You might actually be on something. Can you change your mind then and be like?
You can.
But then you have to show some form of support, right?
That's it. Seriously, it's
but like
different.
you have to show some form of support though. Then like
you
can't just be like, I'm here for you in spirit, buddy, and start asking for money later on.
I just feel like talk is cheap, and I just feel like actions speak louder than words. And another cliche motto. So, because I just named two, so we'll just throw one more in there. But like all of those things just ring true. Like you can change your mind. You can be like, hey, I was wrong. I didn't realize you were serious about this whole lemonade thing. I see you're serious now. No problem, but like, for me, I'ma still kind of keep you at arm's length. I'm still gonna kind of like, because it's like, how many people have shown no support? I'm not going on an Instagram rant. I'm just saying, how many people have shown no support in what we're doing right now? So it's like, at the end of the day, every famous YouTuber has had their first video, has had a first 10 videos where they really didn't get a lot of views. So that could easily be us. And when it becomes us, when we do have 1 million subscribers, I am going to be a little taken back when I see people that showed no support be like, I remember your first video. Like, you didn't watch my first video, you know?
20 people watched
20
my first
people,
video.
and it wasn't you. So it's like, that kind of stuff you just have, for me, I would always remember. And I think that's how Britney Spears feels right now. She's saying that, like, you have not supported me. You're telling people that you support me now. There's a big difference there.
I think for the most part, I agree with that. I do think that family doesn't really mean all that much, like, in my opinion. Like, people choose their family. Like, I feel like the family that you choose sometimes can be even more important than the family that you're born with.
Absolutely.
Like, the people that you choose to be your kids' godparents, or like, you know, uncles, even though they're not related. Like, oh, that's your Uncle David. Like, sometimes those are like your best family.
Because it's
your
a
best
choice.
friends.
I
Because
didn't
you
get
chose
to
that
choose
person.
any of my blood
You
relatives.
get to choose your cousin on your
I
mother's
just
father's
have
side.
them.
Like, so, yeah, like, not all the time those people have to show support just because they're family, quote unquote. But, like, I feel those people that you do pick, at least on some level, should let you know that they're there for you. Even if they don't really necessarily agree with what you're saying, they could be like, hey, listen, I don't really agree, but I'm here for you if you need anything. Like I was saying with Jamie Lynn, like, if you need me to go to the store for you, I got you. If you need me to watch the kids, I got you. As far as this going to court and whatever, I can't support you in that. Like, I'm sorry. But at least it's a conversation you're having with the person, which is where I feel like this whole story it got messed up. There's no reason she should be finding out on the internet, on the web, like,
it's crazy.
on the web, that, like, you're saying all this stuff, blah blah blah, when all you do is watch the kids, or all you do is go to Stop and Shop.
She
Like,
said,
you're not there with me in court.
Did you put your hand out when I was drowning? I don't even think Jamie Lynn was at her door with breakfast, like, hey, go get your hair done, I got the kids, take some U10, because I know this thing with dad is really hard. That's showing support without picking sides. You don't have to say dad is wrong and I can't believe he's doing this. You could be like, hey, I know what you're going through is tough, but I'm here for you. Yeah. Same thing to dad. Hey, dad, I know what you're going through with Britney is tough, but I'm here for you. Yeah,
I think on sometimes family can expect unreasonable amounts of support, or like what you would consider unreasonable amounts of support.
Like how far you would go for someone else.
I feel like it's all up to the person what level of support they want to show. But like you said, in the end, when it comes down to it, don't overstate what you did. Or don't state it at all. Keep it.
Who's she telling?
Who you telling?
You telling us?
Like, keep that. If you supported me and you feel good and you feel like I'm not talking to you with whatever vague, shady statements I'm making online, keep that to yourself. Yeah. Don't worry about it then. If you were like, no, I bought her breakfast those three times, and you're like, I'm good with that, be good with that.
Then you're like, she ain't talking to me.
But keep my name out.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh no, I was that. I remember on her 10th birthday, like, that's not what I'm talking about. So that shouldn't be what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
it's all about consistency.
It's all about staying consistent and like staying true to whatever you like. If you want to show X amount of support, don't brag about X amount of support if I'm looking for more than that.
Absolutely.
Or like, don't go behind me and start telling people how much you supported me, whatever, without talking to me first and like getting my approval. And that's really what it comes down to. Like, if someone wants to show support and say that they've been a supporter, ask me what you...
Like, your definition of support is different than my definition.
Ask me what level you need to be at in order to claim that, and I'll let you know if you supported me.
Absolutely. And like, we're not... Right, nowadays people start their own businesses constantly. We have a lot of friends that like are making and selling their own products and their own businesses and that kind of thing. And it's like, we know who we've supported, like, I guess, like, verbally versus like financially, like that kind of thing. So like, you can tell somebody starts their own business, like, hey, I think you're doing a great job, this is beautiful, I'm gonna follow all your Instagrams, I'm gonna repost all your Instagrams, and never even buy a product. But like, if that's the level of support that you're going to give, just stick to that. That's all that I'm saying. Because we have plenty of people that have started businesses that we didn't necessarily purchase one of their products because their products may not be for our lifestyle. But we're still saying, we hope that this blows up, like you're doing a great job. Now, when it blows up, you can't sit there and be like, I helped her make them.
I bought a whole lip gloss, whatever kit.
It's
from,
just when I had moved, I had lost it.
No, I bought a whole it's like I bought a whole lip gloss like kit thing to support a coworker's business. If she blows up tomorrow, I'm not gonna be on the news talking about such and such. I was the first customer. I bought one kit
for Ava for Christmas.
for Christmas for like $20. Like
we bought
that was my level of support. So supporting the small business, whatever. I'm good with that. I'm comfortable if she comes out tomorrow and be like, no one ever supported me when I was struggling trying to get my business off the ground. She's not talking about me.
Yeah.
And I don't need to go out and clarify that to anybody.
No,
like, I mean, get it. Like that's
how many people
fine.
do we know have had products? Like, do I have one? I don't want to name names because I love name dropping, but I have used each of my friends' personal products that they have created. Whether
I thought you meant I thought you were gonna be like, I supported this person.
No. I just mean like I have a resin keychain made by one of my friends. I have used one of my other friends like soaps that she made. Like I can tell you these are quality, amazing products, and I have supported them in their journey. I have a glowing cup. You know what I mean? But if it takes off, and this is going to be their sole financial income, I'm not going to be on the news.
Yeah, we don't need to
be like,
podcast.
I created all the scents. Yeah. I told her to do lavender. Just be consistent. I think that's what all of this has told us.
So family, whatever level of support you're comfortable showing, keep it consistent and keep it genuine. Like keep it to yourself. Keep it to them. There's no reason to be going out and defending your case on how supportive you've been. Like that's just guilty conscience talking.
It is.
Now to do a complete flip on my argument, that's how I know she didn't actually show that support that she's claiming.
Who's she talking
because
to?
Like if you were showing that kind of support, you see Britney's mom out here making statements like I was the first one to support. Like mom's good.
They have a brother who has said nothing from the very, very beginning.
Britney's best friend, good.
Fine.
Like
you know what Kay Federline? Oh Lord, I almost called him K-Fed. Kevin Federline, the man. Do you know what he said? He said he hopes that she finds happiness because at the end of the day, that's his kid's mom.
Yeah.
That's not for or against anything. You know, they stopped him on the street and said, what do you think about this whole conservatorship? Do you think Jamie is wrong? And he's just like...
I supported that woman since we were married back in the day.
And they did a quick dance move. Remember he was in You Got Served?
No. I think we can stop at Kevin Federline, You Got Served. So what do we want to tell the people?
We want to tell the people
like
a bit of an... Oh, I thought we were like wrapping it up again.
We are wrapping it up.
Like, subscribe, follow, comment, reshare, repost.
Join the conversation.
Oh, engage in the conversation,
guys. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
We love all of the support. Get it? Because this was about support.
This was about family. These people are not our family.
We love all of the support.
I mean, some of them are. I'm sorry. I meant like the viewers at large. I'm talking about...
Well, they are our family. Yeah.
That's cute.
Anywho.
You're cute.
I'm cute.
Come on, stop this.
Why you stop? Let's go make cookies.
Is that a euphemism? Because I could really use some cookies.
No, we're going to bake cookies. Like, subscribe, follow. Appreciate all the... Roll back in, please. Roll back in. We appreciate all the support and engage in the conversation.
Share the video. Retweet.
That was a good one.
Reshare.
That's a thing. I think TikTok says reshare.